So tonight, I'm going to tell you why players like Victor Lindelof will never leave Manchester United. It's up to you guys to tell me if I'm wrong. Get in your comments. Get telling me I'm wrong right now. I guarantee you will struggle to go against any points I make in this argument. I'm sick of these players and the power that they have got. I'm Adam. Welcome to the Saturday evening, everybody. This is the United Vibe. Get yourself comfy. Get your drink ready. International football can only do so much. It's boring, it's dull. There's absolutely nothing going on tonight. So let's talk United and let's talk about moving forward and what Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to do to make these changes within Manchester United. This player power has to go, and it has to go very, very quickly. Otherwise, he is just going to fall on his face like every other man that's coming to United trying to make changes. We've allowed this to happen. We've allowed these players to have their feet firmly under the table and think they can do and say whatever they want. I hate it. It does my head in, and I'm getting into it tonight with you guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday evening show again. And yes, I feel like we're all a bit bored of international football already. You only had to watch England last night, or you didn't? I didn't. I knew what type of game it was going to be. I seen the lineup come up, and I went, forget that. That is me, done and dusted. And for me, honestly, I just can't be arsed with England friendlies. International friendlies, important ones, qualifiers, good. But, geez, when it comes to England at Wembley, especially when it's not a big team, it's just absolutely garbage. Pants, in it. It is absolutely ridiculous. Hello, everyone in the chat. I think Kerry's in the chat there as well. Hello to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Colin. Hello, Marcus. Who else we got there? DJ John T. Yeah, I love that. It's a great name again there. Who else have we got? Mark Lanks is in as well. Get your comments in on all of this because I'm going in on Lindelof. I'm going in right now. I'm sick to death. I mean, everyone knows. Personally, I'm going to have to just hold my hands up and say, I don't like Lindelof. I don't like him as a player. I don't rate him as a player. I think he's all right. I just have a personal issue with the way he plays, the way he moans, his attitude on the pitch. I always see him hiding. And that's just me, a match-going fan who looks at it from that. You tell me, guys, if you're happy with Lindelof. I want you to get your input in this show. That's what it's all about tonight. I will be opening up the second part of this show to your questions as well and everything that you want to get into. Let's just have a full-on debate. Let's have a full-on conversation about everything that's going on right now. So we've gone through all of the Sir Jim, the Paul Mitchell, Dougie Freeman might be coming in, CEO, Jean-Claude Blanc. By the way, the Griezmann story, have you read anything on social media? Another one, forget it. Jesus Christ, how is that name even coming up still with Manchester United when it comes to transfers? Forget it, not happening. 32, that ship sailed along with Gareth Bale. How many yonks ago? Seriously, let that man go and just be happy in France or wherever he wants to play. Atletico Madrid, let him go and retire wherever he wants to play. He's done. He's finished. He's not coming to United. So forget about that crap. Honestly, anyway. Yeah, Lindelof. Yeah, a little bit wound up there, wasn't I? What was going on there? That started off like a bit of a steam train, didn't I, really? But Lindelof, he's international duty, I swear to God. International duty with these players, it's like, I'm Billy Big Bollocks and I can say whatever I want. You're just waiting, aren't you? You're waiting. It doesn't look too bad on the United injury front, by the way. I should have mentioned that at the start. Obviously, Rashford will be fine. If you're happy with Rashford coming back in the team, I don't know. Let me know. Comment below. But yeah, Rashford looks all right. I still don't know about Onana yet. I'm waiting to hear on that. But I think we've got adequate cover. Bayindir deserves his shout. I'm going to talk about Tom Eaton as well in a minute because he is part of a massive saving that Manchester United can make. If I talked to you and said to you exactly how much Manchester United could save with these players that are in the last years of their contracts coming up, you would be absolutely mind blown. Absolute great start to the show. Daz Salford is donating 5 memberships. 5 United Vibe memberships are going now, people. Don't forget, the draw for the retro shirt giveaway is happening very soon. In fact, it's happening this weekend. So Daz giving them away. It gives you the chance, if you become a member, to win this Manchester United 1988 third kit retro shirt. So Daz, you are tonight's legend of the show. Thank you very much, my man. Brilliant contribution from you. And guys, yes, jump onto them as soon as you can because they're going fast. And you need to then go across to the community post and put your name down on the list for the draw for possibly winning that Manchester United retro 1988 third kit. It's my favourite one. That's why I picked it. That draw will be made live as well. So I will be telling you everything about that before, or maybe on the Sunday show next weekend after the Everton game. That's when it will be. So, guys, absolutely brilliant stuff. If you're jumping onto that, there's a new member already there in Barry. Well done, my friend. Jump in. Tim is in the chat as well. Hello, Tim. You all know Tim. My man from Canada, Niagara Reds. I keep getting thrown away. It is a quality shirt, Kev. It is. It really is. DJ John T has jumped on the membership. I'm loving all these green little marks coming up. Brilliant stuff, guys. It is yours, Daz. Legend. Thank you very much, my friend. I know you missed the last show. You've not been well. You've come out of a bang tonight, mate. That's it. It's elbow cuff. I'm back in the room. Well done. Kenny Van TV. Big up, Adam. First time here. Just sub to your channel. Thank you, Kenny. Absolutely loving that. Brilliant stuff. Make sure if you are tuning in for the first time to hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like. And yeah, share the video as well, because I want to get everyone involved in this. That's the niceties out the way. Adam going in zone time is incoming. Lindelof, international duty. You know I've hated this. I've been in on Maguire about this, about saying things when they're on international duty. It's like there's a whole different world of football when these players go out on international duty. What goes through their heads? How do they feel like they can come out and talk like this? First of all, Victor Lindelof. Oh my God. He feels like he can just come out and say whatever he wants. And some people may think that I'm just being harsh on this, but there's a bigger picture to this. And I feel like it's the player power at Manchester United with these players. And while Lindelof will not ever leave Manchester United, I fully expect my 1 year contract extension to be triggered. I mean, he thinks it's just going to happen. Like we've got no option. He's actually looking at Manchester United right now and going, I'm playing more games. I'm sorted. I'm laughing here. I've got no issue. Look what Harry Maguire did in the summer. The club actually accepted the bid from West Ham United and he didn't go. And now he's playing more. So I think I'm quite comfortable here. I'll just happily sit here and expect my 1 year contract extension to go through. And I will carry on earning over $6 million a year for another year from the football club, doing absolutely jack, not performing to the right level. And honestly, this is the problem at Manchester United right now. He is a clear issue of what has happened. Being brought in by one manager, then dealing with another two managers past that, and thinking he can just say what he wants because he's been here longer. And this is the whole thing. I don't like the way that Ten Hag approaches things sometimes. But what can a man do when he has got so many players from other managers still here, knowing that they can do whatever they want, say what they want? And while everything's going on with Sancho right now and all that focus is over there, he can just come out and do what he wants. Because saying that he should be playing in a certain position. Welcome to the Members Club, Pete UK. Brilliant stuff. Cheers, my man. Loving that picture as well. I bet you wish you was back there now, supping down that pint in the sun somewhere, mate. It's a lot colder now, isn't it? Wherever you're from, I don't know, mate. But I'm guessing with you saying Pete UK is your name, you're somewhere cold like the rest of us in the UK right now. But yeah, Lindelof is part of a group of players, I feel, that had a real issue at Manchester United. He's also coming out saying, I'm a better player on the right-hand side than the left-hand side. And he just feels like that's his best. That's where he should be playing. No, you should not be playing at Manchester United, mate. This is the problem we've got right now. Lindelof is just saying what he wants because he thinks he's a standard at Manchester United. He thinks he's a first-team player. He actually genuinely believes he's a first-team player. The first thing that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has to do when he comes into Manchester United is come in and rid this deadwood. And I'm putting Lindelof in this. And yeah, I've never really had an opportunity to go in on Lindelof the way I really want to because there's too much else going on with Manchester United right now. But these are the types of players that are just stopping any production at all at Manchester United. He comes in, he doesn't say anything, he doesn't disrupt anything. He's professional behind the scenes. Bollocks! I don't care if you're professional behind the scenes and you don't, even if you're liked by club staff and everything like that, I really don't care. We're looking at this from a fan perspective and a results on the pitch perspective. Lindelof is not good enough. And because he's had, 15 games or something, 17 games this season, he thinks he's part of Manchester United again. Oh, yeah, my contract will definitely get extended. That trigger will definitely happen. Who's to say it will? I just cannot wait for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to come in and just shake things up because none of these players know what is about to happen in terms of the hard hand and the expectation level of what someone like Sir Jim and his team are expecting from United. They're not going to come in and go, oh, that's nice. That's nice. You've already seen Sir Jim Ratcliffe has had a massive fallout with Murto over his handling of the Casemiro transfer. I know that for a fact because I was told that the other day, that Murto's got an issue and had to hold his mouth when Sir Jim was visiting Old Trafford, when he was looking around. He is going to come in and shake things up, and he needs to shake up this playing staff. That is his first job right now. And Lindelof and players like that need to be outed. You've got one more extension. Every one of them United players expects that stupid United option of a 1 year extra on every single contract to just go through. We've done it with everyone. Changing of the guard. That year is over. That decade, whatever it's been, since Sir Alex, it's gone. The Ed Woodward era is finished. You know what I mean? Richard Arnold is gone. Lindelof, honestly, good player. Good players are not good enough for Manchester United right now. People are saying, like, I mean, Ricky's one who says United fans have built up players into thinking that they are better than what they actually are. Well, Ricky's the one who thinks that Johnny Evans is our best centre-back right now, and he's brilliant. Honestly, I'm like banging my head against a brick wall with it. No, we look at players that we know have got quality. They've shown the quality. Manchester United's team right now, and what Erik Ten Hag has got, is a 3rd to 6th in the league team. It's proven facts. Unless someone comes in and starts outing these players, let's forget about players coming in. Forget about it. If Sir Jimmy's savvy and he knows what he's doing, which I fully expect he does, and he has his own plans, players like Lindelof actually having the balls to come out and talk like he's definitely going to get a contract extension while on international duty, piss off. No. When did the players run it? It's like the inmates running the bleeding prison. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think Sir Jimmy's going to come in and just absolutely shake things. Because if he ain't got anything about him, he'd be selling Lindelof. He'd be selling the players that are finishing up these contracts and making a bit of money. If he has to get rid of a big name, he has to get rid of a big name. He's not going to hang around. He's going to sell them to start trying to make things happen for Manchester United. Lindelof isn't getting another full year at Manchester United. I think that is, unless he wants to sit there and be that player that just takes that wage. Like I said, 6.2 million a year this man is on. And for me, I just think it's just got to a stage now where the hammer needs to come down on these players. It really does. It has to come down on these players, and this has to stop. The players have got too much power at Manchester United. You've got a player in Sancho who won't apologise to the manager. This is why Erik Ten Hag, and I said this before, I went off a little bit on it, but this is why I said Ten Hag has to stay in situ at Manchester United, for as long as possible until we clear these players out, until we clear the deadwood. He's already come out and said we cannot play a certain way. He needs to have the power to just say, I don't want this player, I want this player. I have found this player. So, for instance, Todibo, Harry Maguire should have just been outed. The United should have just done what they could. Even if they had to pay Maguire off, they should have acted like a big club, paid off what he wanted. See you later, c'est la vie. In comes Todibo. We're looking at what's happening on the pitch, not what pennies we can save because we don't want to pay off a player's contract. This is where Manchester United are falling and falling fast. And when this changeover comes, I think this is where we're going to see the difference. It's not the perfect world where the debt is gone, the Glazers are still there. I know. So all the messages that I've not even seen that are probably coming in the chat because they're coming in too quick, and I love it because there's loads of you in here. Thank you very much. But then people are saying it's not going to make a difference, Adam. And there will be loads of you coming in later as well when the video goes up on YouTube after the live finishes saying it doesn't matter, nothing's going to change, the Glazers are still here. Well, things have to change. And in Sir Jim Ratcliffe's case, they have to. Otherwise, it's a wasted investment. So, yeah, let's give it a chance because we've been crying out for it, haven't we? It's not what we wanted, but we have to give it a chance in what Sir Jim Ratcliffe can actually do for Manchester United. So, for me, I look at this and I go, the biggest problem right now, what he can get his teeth into is the obvious. I'm going to read out a list of names to you all now. And you tell me in the chat if there's any of these players that you feel can contribute to Manchester United going forward. You tell me right now in the chat. Big up Andrew, big up everyone in the chat who's just joining us right now. I'm just about to drop a list of names and go, do you want them? Do you feel like they can contribute to Manchester United? So here we go. Then I'm going to tell you what this is going to save. I'm going to drop a little twist on this as well. First name on the list, Anthony Martial, Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Brandon Williams, Johnny Evans, Tom Heaton, Afrian Amrabat. Sofian Amrabat. I did a tongue twister on that one. I got to laugh at myself. Sergio Reguilon. All of them players are going to have the opportunity to leave Manchester United at the end of this season for nothing, and the club takes nothing. That there, would you be looking to make any money off them, or is there any player in there? I have picked Aaron Wan-Bissaka as the only one I want to stay at Manchester United and probably deserves a contract extension. Because if I told you Aaron Wan-Bissaka was on just a bit more than what Brandon Williams was, that's the reality of how crap this football club is being run. Absolutely shocking. Do you know what that wage adds up to? 40 million quid for people, players, that's pretty much, barring for me, Wan-Bissaka, Evans and Lindelof, simply because we've got no defence this season. And Wan-Bissaka, moving aside, I think he's contributed enough. It will be absolutely criminal if that man doesn't get another contract for me. I slaughtered this man. I put Dalot ahead of him. He came back and he proved me wrong. And I will gladly hold my hands up and say I was wrong about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I always will come back and say, if someone proves me wrong or I've made a mistake or I've been proved to be or look like an idiot, I'm all too happy because it means that the team is doing well and that player is doing well. I've got no issue at all with it. Aaron Wan-Bissaka should be given another contract at Manchester United just for the way he's knuckled down and changed his game. And I do think we've missed him when he hasn't been in the team. So we take Wan-Bissaka aside. Lindelof and Evans are playing simply because we haven't got enough numbers. Welcome to the members club, SRC, another member tonight. That's brilliant stuff, guys. Keep it coming, everyone. Absolutely loving it. I will let you know about the draw for the members giveaway as well, which is coming up next weekend. That will be a live draw on the show, so I'll bring that up again before the end of this show. So anyone who's just joining on the members section right now, you will have an opportunity to be in that draw. I will just do that and reconfirm that for you all at the end of the show. Daz, I like Wan-Bissaka too, but going back to that list, Evans, he's on that emergency loan. Do you know Evans is on 60 grand a week? Oh, what the fuck? See, oh, God, man, honestly. Johnny Evans on 60 grand a week just absolutely blows my mind completely. Like, Jesus Christ, United. Talk about a nostalgia contract. My Gideon, man. Is that Ferguson's involved in that? I don't know, but my God, it's just too much, innit? Hey, Adam, it's about time we scout right young, hungry players that will play for the badge. It is, mate. And that's why I'm doing this now, because going back to why I'm doing this list, and this is why I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to change the power player aspect at Manchester United. You got Lindelof rashly and boldly on international duty, going on with himself, expecting his contract to be extended, triggered, the 1-year extension. It ends. Hey up, Alien. Hope you're good, mate. Lindelof's contract ends this season, but Manchester United have that stupid 1-year extension. He is part of this list of players that I feel is just the issue at Manchester United. It's plain and simple. That's the problem at United right now. Too many Klingons. Martial, we can get rid of him. He's gone. And 50 million down the drain and everything like that. And the song, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? I've been to every single home game this season at Manchester United. I've been to Spurs away as well. As you all know, I'm not paying stupid prices anymore for tickets, so don't expect me to see me at the away games as much and things like that. So I've not heard of one player song chanted by the fans. And we know that we have all our individual player chants and songs within Manchester United's fan base. I've not heard one. Well, not heard one being sung this season. This is the disconnect now. The connection with the fans and the players was there last year, but these players didn't like something that Ten Hag did in the summer, and they've spat the dummies out. They've spat the dummies out. It's as simple as that, and they've down tools. They're an absolute disgrace, half of them, for the way they've played. And I look at it now and I go, Martial out the door. Sorry, let him go on a free. 50 million down the drain. Don't care. The fans have given up on you. You've given up on playing for this team. You look like you are not even asked when you come on the pitch. He's gone. Lindelof, like I've just said, gone. Sick of him. Done. Not good enough. We'll stay six as long as Lindelof is playing in this team. Arman Bissaka, his contract is up this season. Sign him now. Get that done. That's a no-brainer. He's young. He is a good player, and he has improved under Ten Hag, and no one can deny that. Try and even challenge me on that one. I've owned up and said that I got it wrong with Wan-Bissaka already because I didn't rate him. I put Dalot ahead of him, and I think he's ahead of Dalot at right back right now. And while he's been missing, that's been proven because we have been shocking. Adam, would you keep Bruno if another club came in for him? I would keep Bruno because I don't think we're going to bring a player in like him who creates as much. I want better players around Bruno. I look at Bruno playing for Portugal in a system that everyone knows they're playing with a better team around him. The man lights it up every single international break. The proof is in the pudding. Bruno for Portugal is undroppable. And he performs every single time in that Portugal shirt. Why? Because he's got better players around him. Bruno, I understand what people's argument is with him. His petulance, the way he sometimes just tries the Hollywood ball too much. I understand all of your arguments, but I know a system. With a system in play, Bruno works for me. And right now he is far down the list of issues at the football club. And I think there's more bigger fish to fry, which I'm going through. Martial's gone, Lindelof's gone, Wan-Bissaka. We sign him up, personally. I think we need to. Just reading through some of your comments, actually. Here we go. The only problem at Manchester United is bigger than the quality of the current players are the standards of the supporters. Nicholas, I agree with that. I don't understand why everyone thinks that 4 games out of 5 is great. I mean, I can't argue with stats sometimes. The table never lies, does it? But I know what I'm watching. I know what my eye test tells me. Mount is clear of Bruno, says Monte. Oh, I disagree with that one, mate. I do agree that, and I did a video on Mason Mount as well, in an in-depth one, where I just think he was the wrong signing, the pointless signing for Manchester United, because he isn't going to play ahead of Bruno. Anyway, let me get back to my list, because you're all going to start bringing your own up. And that section of this video is coming, and I will get into all of your comments and all your questions. So, wow, did it get to 22 minutes? Jesus. Don't forget, give the video a like, guys, while you're at it, before I carry on with my list. We're already over 100 likes. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Loving that, guys. Get liking the video and obviously subscribe if you are tuning in for the first time. Good stuff, everyone. Let's move forward with the list. So, Martial gone, Lindelof gone, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we're signing him. Brandon Williams. I interviewed Brandon in the summer. I think he's good in front of camera. He had an all right tour. He conducted himself well. But again, he goes into the Lindelof bracket of not good enough for what Manchester United need. If United are going to be continuously in the top 4 and hoping to close that gap between City, Liverpool, Arsenal, them teams, Brandon Williams isn't going to play, let's be honest, is he? And when you look at that, over 3 million a year for Brandon Williams, who contributes nothing to this football team for how long? 4 years since he was in that first team? Well, says everything you need to know. Johnny Evans, I think he will be gone. He's too old, and I think this is a swan song for him this season. No point in getting into detail. I love Tom Heaton. I think he's a brilliant professional. Is he worth 2.3 million a year? When maybe that could be going on to a youth player coming through, because Hannibal's contract is up. Can we not use that and be savvy? Save money on Heaton. Have we not got enough? We have got another younger goalkeeper coming through. I love Tom, and I understand. I think even he would say he wants to go and play elsewhere and get another contract and just go out. I think he deserves to be playing in the Premier League, Tom Heaton. But while he's at United, we've got Bayindir and Anana. What's the point? The football club need to help Tom Heaton out. He's a great professional, and he will talk to you about anything. He's a brilliant guy. But the reality is we're talking football right now when he isn't going to play, is he? We know he's not going to play. So why? I know because of emergencies, but have we not got a youth player? I know we've got a youth goalkeeper coming through. So, yeah, Let's see it. And then we've got Amrabat, and then we've got Reguilon. Now, guys, I want to quickly ask you on these two. The two loanees, we can actually send Reguilon back in January. We haven't got the obligation to keep them for a full year, keep him for a full year. But do you want to keep Reguilon in this team? Is he worth it? Is he worth giving like an extension to? Maybe another loan spell. Maybe we should be buying him on the cheap. Is he a good squad player for you? And Sofiane Amrabat, I want to get your opinions on him as well. This is the thing, innit? It's like, are these players good enough for me? I'm going to say it now with Amrabat. I was so looking forward to this signing. You only have to look what I tweeted and wrote and posted and talked about on camera. I just feel like we got done over, to be honest, because he's not the player that I thought he would be. He really isn't. I feel like, I don't know with him. I've looked at him, I think he looks slow for the Premier League. I've looked at him, I think the pace of the game is too quick. And then I look at it and I go, when is he going to be able to get a consistent amount of games to actually get used to playing in the Premier League? And the answer to every question is, it doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And that's the problem. It's like, I mean, the man's being paid over 3 million a year on loan this season. So like I said, all of these players, out of the 8 players that I've just mentioned, Martial, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Williams, Evans, Heaton, Amrabat, Reguilon, £40 million a year in wages. How many of them contribute regularly when everyone's fit to Manchester United? And are they players for you going forward going to be in this first team, taking us to the next level? It's a straight, honest question to you guys in the chat. You try and tell me that list of players there is going to make Manchester United better. I've got an argument for Wan-Bissaka. That's all I can pull out of that list. Every single one of them players can go in the summer. We're never, ever, ever, ever going to be able to sell Anthony Martial for money. I think everyone needs to start getting that into their heads. Martial, we're never going to be able to make a bean on. The man has not completed a game, 90 minutes, for 4 bastard years. He doesn't get in United's team. His injury record is absolutely diabolical, and his body language and attitude on the pitch stinks from the outside. We know Martial. We've seen him smiling on camera, and it's great, and he's probably not the man that's portrayed on camera at all. He's probably a really top guy. He really, honestly, I think he is as well. And it's a shame because he's got all the talent in the world. But from the outside, how does Martial look? He looks like a man that another manager isn't willing to put in his first team. This is the second one now. So for me, look at it and go, gone. Do you just want to take Martial out and just take the loss? Let him go on a free and get rid of £13 million a year in wages. Honestly, I'd take the 13 million that we're saving in wages and sell him for free, because you're not going to get 10 million for the man, are you? You might as well just cut your losses and send. See you later. Thank you, Tony. We had some great moments. You really did. You really had some shining moments. I remember him well, but it's time. It's time for Tony. See you later. Gone on a free. Lindelof, gone on a free. No one's going to buy him. He's at that age. He's coming up to his 30s now, and it's just like, who is going to pay more than 10 million for Lindelof? It's not good enough. He isn't good enough. So why is he at United? Let him go on a free. Act like a big club. Trim this wage bill down. Start doing what you can do now. And I'm no football bleeding owner. I mean, I've got an idea of how finances run and the basics of things in life, but you have to look at it and go, the reality and the obvious that's in front of your eye is we're not going to move forward with Lindelof playing at Manchester United, or Martial, or Brandon Williams, or Johnny Evans, Heaton, Amrabat, Reguilon. They're not going to take us to Champions League finals. Because let's be honest, Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in right now, he needs to be dining at the top table of football. He's not going to be wanting to be in the Europa League and battling it out for 6. That's a no-go. That is a no-go for me, for him. And he needs to come in and he needs to just sort his ship out and go, right, okay, what can we do instantly at Manchester United? And the one thing he can do is start bracketing players off that are good enough to be at this football club. The two other names that I didn't bring up on there are possible outs in January in Varane and Casemiro. Big players. Obviously, we are going to lose a massive chunk of wages. Well, you know what? I don't know. The Jadon Sancho one just throws a complete spanner in the works. Hello, everyone. If anyone has said hello, how am I? How am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm sorry I've not seen your comment. We've got quite a few people in tonight because it is a really good debate show. I'm going to open it up in this last part of the show, the second part of the show, sorry, now, for your questions as well. But all of them players I've mentioned, Casemiro and Varane, let me know what you think, everyone. Let me know. Get asking your questions to me, and we'll take it from there, because 40 million a year in wages, if we get rid of them players, honestly, I'm signing up Aaron Wan-Bissaka for a new contract. He's on peanuts on his current deal compared to what other players are getting. Oh my God, it's absolutely shocking compared. And this is the problem, man. Who decides that Johnny Evans is worth as much as Aaron Wan-Bissaka in wages? Who decides that? Where are the brains? Where are the brains in this football club when them decisions are being made? Absolutely unbelievable. I'll go back to Lindelof again, start of this show, that I said, there's no one in this chat that I've seen come up with one comment that says Lindelof isn't part of the problem at Manchester United. I understand the aspects of a good player, a good squad player, and all of that. I get all of it. But right now, we're talking about the biggest change in Manchester United's history. 2 decades worth of the Glazers, of the club just deteriorating and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in through the door and changing things up. And he will change things up. And everyone will come to me, I know already, and say, look, Adam, you don't know yet. So Jim may come in and it may just be a man that's just feeding the Glazers and getting more money. Everyone came in the other day and said to me, look, yes, so Jim Ratcliffe's coming in. The Glazers are taking this amount of money out of the shares and they're happy. All Sir Jim is doing is feeding the dragon, which is basically killing Manchester United. That's what's happening. And I look at it and I go, I don't see that. I don't, because I don't see a man who's used to dealing with that amount of money in business, who has been cutthroat through his whole business career, coming in and allowing the Glazers to run the show, having invested nearly 1.5 billion of his own money. He's coming in to shake things down and he's coming in to shake things up. And I think this squad is what is going to be shaked up first out of anything, because it can be done. Hi, Adam. Any news on Sir Jim? It is happening next week, basically. Waleed. So let's get in your questions now. August, cheers from Malaysia. Hello to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, sorry, wherever it is that you're watching from. Let me know as well where you are watching from in the chat. I want to know. Noel says, I would bring Donny back. Donny van der Beek. I mean, I didn't bring Donny on that list because he's still got a bit longer than the others on his contract. I would bring Donny back in at number 10 and sell Bruno in a heartbeat, says Noel. What makes you, Noel, think that Donny van der Beek can cut the mustard at Manchester United? I don't see the buzz with Donny van der Beek. When he's come in, he just doesn't look like a player to me. He hasn't looked good enough, and everyone will say he hasn't had a fair crack at a whip. He should be given more game time. Honestly, at Manchester United, you need to be hitting the ground running, and you need to be really hitting the mark. I understand the argument about Rashford being bad, and I can't say that because it's contradicting myself and everything like that. But Donny van der Beek, honestly, from what I've seen, isn't good enough for Manchester United. And I feel sorry for the guy. I think he's wasted 3 years of his life, 3 years of his footballing career coming to United. And I fully blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for destroying Donny van der Beek's career. Over 400 people in the room with us. Cheers for tuning in, guys, on this Saturday evening. I know international break is a devastator. It's a killer. But we're here to help. We're getting through this together. Like we said, the first week is almost done. And I know you basically just fell asleep watching England last night. So, yes, I'm with you. I have sympathy for you. Patrick says, Patrick disappeared off my screen. There's that many messages coming through. Like Sir Jim said, you can't afford to fail at United because the whole world is watching. It's a very good point. He's not coming in to show himself up. he has been very, very clever and moved pieces into place to take this opportunity for Manchester United. It took him a while. He stayed quiet, he stayed savvy, and he's played a blinder, to be honest. He really has. Some people will say, well, no, he's not, because look at the price he's paying. He's building Manchester United up, and there will be something in this that suits Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He isn't doing it without taking something out of it. So I think the intrigue on when this is announced, hopefully it will be this week. We're hearing everything pointing in that direction, that this week is the week we'll find out what's happening with this 25% stake in Manchester United. So yes, stay tuned for that. I just know. I mean, logical sense looks at it and goes, he has done and built his whole career around being that man, that hard negotiator. He knows what he's doing in business, turning over 70 billion a year in his businesses that he's got. I mean, come on, he's not stupid. Jack Brown says Casemiro will definitely be going to Saudi in Jan. Can't see anyone else taking him. Do we want to let Casemiro go? I mean, I love Casemiro. I would love to see him back to the form he was last season and then let him go in the summer. I just don't see us being able to bring another midfielder in of the quality that we need, because we've just gone in on Amrabat. We've just talked about Amrabat and what he isn't bringing right now. And can you actually see Amrabat replacing Casemiro? I mean, Casemiro's out until next year, and Amrabat's still not playing now. So yeah, I look at it that way and I go, Amrabat's not the answer. And it's just looking at it like he's not the answer, is he? 200 likes, we'll see Adam do the jiggy then. The jiggy? I don't know what the jiggy means, August, bud. But yeah, honestly, if it's the dance or anything like that, probably not, because my back is out at the moment and I'm in a little bit of pain. So yeah, no, I don't think we will be doing. Steve Brindle, welcome to the members club. Hello, my friend. Again, I will be letting you guys know at the end of this video what is coming up for the members and the draw and when it will be, and extra information of how to enter the competition. You guys are absolutely brilliant in your support for the channel. I'm loving the community. It's going really well. And let's just keep building. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you are tuning in for the first time, or if you're already a subscriber, might share the video or just recommend it to someone else, because it is full on genuine, this channel. That's one thing I will say. Yes. Adam do the Peter Crouch robot, says Daz Salford. No, that would be something that no one needed to see, especially with my bad back. Doing a robot dance is not my cup of tea. You got a glimpse of how crap it could be just then. But yeah, let's read through some more of your comments. Love lettuce. Oh God, you know why I'm laughing. Stop it. Jude Bellingham, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Julian Alvarez, Erling Haaland. 5 players were linked with. We were linked with and didn't get over the line. £650 million worth of talent and not one signed. I will add to that, Love Lettuce, and say every single top. Sorry, no. Let's say that again. Said that wrong. Sorry. The best of British, the best of English were available this summer. Bellingham, Kane, Declan Rice, and United weren't even at the table for any of these players, let alone Moises Caicedo or any of the other big names. United just went for players that no one else was going for, and that seems to be United's tact in all of this. John, I have left the United stand. Yes, I have, my friend. Adam, this is what every United fan's mind's about. Yes, Daniel, I think it is. You kind of look like that already with the bad back ads, says Kaz. Stop it. And Pete UK says he loves this channel. I love you too, Pete. And I love everyone who's in the room with me right now. You are all part of this channel, and we will grow and grow and grow and make it as big as possible. But yeah, I think, where was we in terms of that there? The players that Manchester United should be going for and the players that Manchester United should be looking at. Are they going to be available this summer? I mean, who is going to be available this summer? I'll go back to the Casemiro one in terms of having to keep hold of him for the season. I think it just makes sense. Varane, I can see him going, to be honest. I know that he's not happy at Manchester United. I think everyone knows that he's not happy at Manchester United. And I think it's inevitable that he will end up going. Will he go in January? Will we invest that money into bringing in another centre back, i.e., Jean-Claude Todibo? I think that makes sense. I think Manchester United, if they can give Ten Hag some more tools this January, then they should do. I fully expect it to be a very dry January for Ten Hag in terms of incomings at the club. It just doesn't happen overnight. New regimes are great. I just hope everyone calms and doesn't expect too much from. I hope he doesn't expect people don't expect too much from Sir Jim Ratcliffe and everything that is going on right now, because I feel it's a 2 or 3 year project, and we need to give change time. That's what's important. It's not going to happen overnight. I've just listed things that can be done straight away in changing the mold at Manchester United and hitting the ground running. We're bringing the best in class, hopefully, into the club in terms of the roles, CEO, director of football and things like that, sport. I feel like we need to make sure that the reality is within the fan base, it's going to take a bit of time, and we need to give the process every opportunity. And if it means relying on our youth system and things like that for a while and not spending massive money, so be it. It's what Man United were built on, the youth system. A massive shout out to our friend over in Boston, Brian. Brian LFC USA. Amazing. I think that's the biggest super chat I've ever had on the channel, my man. Massively appreciated, especially from a Liverpool fan. But I know you know Craig. I know he's going over there to visit you as well. You are a massive contributor on Top of the League as well, my friend. Absolutely brilliant. So I'll just read that one out now. Hi, Adam. Just want to support you and let you know how much I enjoy your work, especially on Top of the League. Cheers, mate. Brian, thank you. Thank you so much. That is amazing. And you are automatically up there with the legends of this channel, my friend. Brilliant stuff. And I will be back on Top of the League in the morning for a new show. A show that I created and I wanted to do. So hopefully you guys that are in the room right now with me, you will jump across to Top of the League tomorrow. 11 o'clock, we are making our own Sunday supplement type show. It's called The Paper Rounds. And I will just be having a general sort of chit chat with you guys about stories within the newspapers, big stories, and talking it up like a proper show, where you know what we used to have on the Sunday supplement that got binned by Sky because they wanted more clickbait stuff. Yeah, I want to get back into real talk. That's what it's all about. Creative freedom and bringing shows to you guys that really hit home. And that's what that one's going to be tomorrow. So tune in at 11 o'clock on Top of the League, everyone. That'd be brilliant. And thank you for everyone in the chat as well for bigging up Brian. Absolutely brilliant. And I love the support from you guys as well for that. It is everything. And it means a lot. It does mean a lot that we have got support for the channel as well. Over 200 likes as well. Amazing, guys. Great stream so far. Loving it, everyone. We've hit some decent numbers tonight. I think it's because everyone is just fed up of international duty. It's dull. It's crap. And we don't need it, do we? And I'm glad it's the last one. Hold on to your hats for the next few months, guys, because the content and everything that we've got planned going forward is off the scale. Dave, I've left the United Stand, yes. Honest Tiger, one of our favourite members. Hello, welcome to the show, my friend. Do you think we do anything in January or wait till summer? I hate January transfer windows, mate. I hate them with a passion. Every single player bought in January, let's say over the last 10 years, what's worked? I mean, the last player I can remember working out for Manchester United in a January transfer window, Evra, Vidic, when the Glazers, they were the Glazers' first two signings. How ironic is that? That was absolutely crazy time. That we actually thought back then when United was self-sufficient that we never bought players in January. We actually always waited till the summer and did things properly. It is a panic window. That is exactly what it is, Daniel. That's the best way to describe what January is. Panic window. Your season's going down the pan and you're just looking in the transfer window to find anything you possibly can to try and salvage it or make it look like you're trying to change things. Adam, loved your cameo on the Super League series. Yes, I'm all over that Super League series video. Cheers for that, Brian. And me and Craig are actually both on that. And that was the last time. That was the last time that fans actually came together and were one. I've done a series of videos this week on top of the league with Craig, talking about financial fair play, the fans, VAR, how the game is just changing, and now no one is looking out for the fans, the real fans, and that's a sad state of affairs. It really is. It really is. But the last time the fans did come together and stood up and were counted was that, and that felt amazing that day. I'm not going to shout. I'm not going to lie. Colin Brooks, Colin, I know you're over for Manfield Agenda. A monster shout out for Manfield Agenda, dude. Big up the United vibe. Cheers, Colin. Love your comments on top of the league as well. I know you'll be there with me in the morning. Sat there with your morning coffee or your little bagel in bed, whatever, or sat up. Who's going to still be in bed at 11 o'clock on a Sunday, you lazy bugs? Yeah, I'll be up early doors at the gym myself, and then hopefully back in time, get everything set up and raring to go. But yeah, that's tomorrow's agenda. That is tomorrow's agenda. But we are just finishing up tonight with your questions. Don't forget, guys. So let me know anything else you want to talk about just before we finish up. Any questions to me? Anything you feel that needs bringing up about United? I will be back with guests tomorrow on the Sunday show as well. So top of the league in the morning, and then the regular Sunday show that everyone loves later on in the evening as well. Looking ahead to the last few games of international duty. So yeah, get your questions in, guys, if you want. Let's just see. It's 10-3 in Thailand. Big up, Adam. Keep up the good work. Concentration in lots of hard craft. Cheers for that, mate. Absolutely love that one. Let's see. Lautaro Martinez for goals. Says Daz. No, I don't want Lautaro Martinez. I think that's gone now. Honestly, if United brought anyone in January, I would say Tadibo. I think that makes sense. I think the way that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is looking at things from what we're sounding out is he wants to go down the road of younger players for the future for Manchester United. That's what he wants, and that's what United should be doing. So yeah, that is where we should be going. I think Tadibo definitely Tadibo. But guys, yes, that pretty much does round up the show. I'm going to leave you all to your evenings. Before I go, Anthony Ogg, the member who has been a member for 19 months. I have to read that message out. Cheers for sending my love. Almost 4 a.m. in Singapore. Oh, mate. Brutal. Love that. Absolutely love that. It's a great show, says Pete. So anyone who's in the members section, I did say it, there is a community post out for members only at the moment. If you are a member and you cannot see that community post and how to enter the competition, then pop a message in on this video, a comment when it finishes the live show and goes up onto YouTube. Drop your message in there. If you cannot see that community post, I don't know if you join as a member now after the post has already gone out and you can't then see that. I'm not sure, but if you can't see that on the community section of our page on YouTube, there is a post there for the members how to enter this competition, which is the giveaway of the 1988 retro blue third kit. That is yours. That is one of the members. That's going to one of the members, and that draw will be made live next Sunday after the Everton game. So yeah, get in on that. Message me or just drop a comment in after this video goes up on YouTube if you cannot see that community post, and I will deal with everything from there for you guys. Hopefully we'll get a few more entering, and yes, that's it. Please subscribe, everyone. Absolutely brilliant stream tonight. I'm loving all your comments and your content. I am genuine in what I say. I say it with passion, and I love you guys for your support in all of that as well. But for now, that is it, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Cheers for tuning in. Give the video a like on your way out. Subscribe, as always. Share the video, and I will see you all tomorrow. So please do tune into Top of the League as well, 11 a.m. I'm back there with the paper rounds. Great stuff. Cheers for tuning in, and that is us out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Don't stay up too late. Early start tomorrow.